Good evening, everybody. Thanks for tuning in on this Monday evening for Weather Extra. I got to tell you, tomorrow is going to be the nicest day of the week. Hope you guys enjoyed your weekend, although the thing about this weekend, it turned out to be a little different than what we thought it would. That's for sure, to say the least. This has been blackberry winter, by the way. Last year it was a little chillier, and a lot of people asking, where's locust winter? Well, it was lost in the mix, I think. This is a traditional blackberry winter, and nothing ever... You'll always see posts about when it's supposed to happen, but weather dictates when it's going to happen. And of course, the blackberries, when they bloom, dictate that as well. We'll probably have one more cool down, and then it'll just be full on summer. So I hope you're enjoying this break. I know Adam's checking in tonight, says he is enjoying it. Let's get into the forecast. I'm going to go ahead and switch gears here. Not much going on. It's a really quiet night, and I can tell that by the audience tonight, too, like 77 of you on here. Florence and Huntsville, all in North Alabama, southern Middle Tennessee. We're watching the potential for a little bit of fog out there. Coming up, we're going to talk about our next chance of rain. Could be widespread, especially in the morning hours on Wednesday. Right now, this is great patio fire weather, I'll tell you that. Overall, nice cool weather. You got your hoodie on, sweatpants. It's one of those kind of weather that you're not sure whether you can get away with the shorts or if you're going to have the hoodie on or the sweatpants or jeans. Actually got some weeding done out in the yard. The weeds are a lot easier to pull out there after this rain, and it's a little bit more comfortable out there. Spread out a lot of mulch too. But here's the satellite radar. Nothing on radar here. There is a meteor shower that began, I believe, tonight. The peak nights for the next 3 nights. Unfortunately, we probably won't see a whole lot of it. But if you get out there, maybe from time to time, if it clears out a little bit in your area, you might be able to see that. Showers and storms down to the south along the Gulf Coast. Louisiana is going to get hit hard with a lot of rain this week. It may let up there late Thursday into Friday, but they're expecting probably 5-6 inches in many areas. And I'm taking an interest in that. I'll be going fishing down there at the Grand Isle coming up here later this week. You may have seen a lot of posts with the double vortices this week. These 2 upper-level lows, one of them's kind of scooting to the north of Cincinnati. The other one out there, the Four Corners region, that's the one that is going to be bringing our better chance of showers, maybe a few thunder showers. Yeah, Christian says so much rain. Yeah, and it's going to keep raining. Again, Wednesday morning looks very, very wet. We'll talk more about that after the commercial break. That's important. Hour by hour here. Tomorrow we start off with a calm wind. This is 10:45 tonight. The winds are already fairly calm out there. Some patchy fog will develop, and then more passing clouds basically coming. Hey, Melinda, checking in from Henniger. Basically, where we have clearing skies, that's where we have the potential for fog. So tomorrow, again, the best day of the week so far. 75 in Decatur around noon. Fort Payne around 71 degrees. Double vortices. Yeah, that's basically just 2 cut-off upper-level lows. And there's lots of different names for stuff that you guys get thrown at you from time to time. It just depends on what word sounds catchy, right? By 2 o'clock tomorrow, this is great weather. Maybe be poolside if you're lucky. Some of you just being at work wishing you were out in the weather. But 77 could easily hit 80 in a few spots too. That's the thing about this time of year. When you get clouds, get an air mass that comes in. If it's cloudy, it really reinforces that air mass. And what we see is when it's sunny, that sun is powerful this time of year. You can get a sunburn easily, so keep that in mind. Here's 9 o'clock tomorrow night. Still no rain. The rain moves in probably around 4 o'clock in the morning as we go through the morning hours on Wednesday. And coming up after this break, we're going to talk about how long that rain's going to stick around Wednesday. And then again, Thursday, Friday rain chances. Got a lot of field days coming up with the kids at school, a lot of other celebrations going on. So again, Wednesday may have some of those. We're going to talk more about that coming up in 1 minute. I just saw Kristen's comment there, so I know what she's talking about now on that image that's been going around. Share some of your comments. Yeah, a lot of rain. Henniker checking in tonight. Let's talk briefly about the Sand Mountain incident that happened over the weekend. We did not break into programming. There was nobody here, no meteorologist here. That caught everyone by surprise with the tornado there in Rosalie. They technically classified this a tornado. I still look at the video and it still looks like a gust-nado to me, and my main reason for that is it's out ahead of the gust front. It's on the gust front. It doesn't have a true mesocyclone with it, and usually line echo wave pattern tornadoes are wrapped in rain, and it's not wrapped in rain either. The wind going through the fire department was probably closer to 70 miles an hour. The Weather Service says 90, and at 90 miles an hour, those pine trees, if you look at that video, the pine trees would have been crushed. The two cedar trees in front were like just tall bushes, and they just blew over with the force of the wind, and there's a big root ball full of water. So everything, and then the piece of tin that flew off the side is what took down the flagpole and most likely brought in the bay door. But I'm not going to argue that fact anymore. But again, it skipped across the ground. It didn't really ever have a condensation funnel. There's reports of some trees snapped, so I've yet to see those. But again, that's typically what happens when you get a tornado that's the EF0, EF1. Around 100 miles an hour, the trees snap, especially pine trees. And that's kind of what evidence I was looking for. The biggest challenge for me was there was a image being shared of people saying it was the Rosalie tornado, and it was clearly not. The vantage point was wrong, and that big of it was a big scud cloud's what it was. And if it truly would have been a tornado that wide, it would have showed up a lot better on radar. The other thing is the warning came out 10 minutes later. It came out 10 minutes later after the storm had already been on the ground. So it went out 10 minutes later. Samantha's wanting to know, a different meteorologist saying maybe strong storms Thursday. You know, we can get strong thunderstorms anytime this year. As you saw just over the weekend, we had very weak instability out there. So I can't rule it out. I don't see any tornado risk there. I don't think we're outlook for severe weather yet. But again, that storm came through and the entire line actually intensified. So I think what happened is that entire line Saturday around 3:30 was forced to rise up Sand Mountain and Lookout Mountain, and it increased the wind velocity, and that increased these little eddies out ahead of it. So again, that's all we're going to talk about that. And it happens every now and then. These things sneak up on us. So again, always stay weather alert. And the other thing is if all of a sudden you get a tornado warning out of the blue, chances are it's not a huge event coming through. It's definitely not going to be anything higher than, say, a low-end EF1. So keep that in mind and just try not to panic. Let's go with the circle box. I'm going to switch this over. We're going to talk about tonight, some patchy fog out there, 51 degrees for the low, and then sunrise around 5:53. That sunrise keeps getting earlier, and it's actually waking me up earlier because I see the light coming through, and the dogs are noticing that too. I don't know if you guys are seeing the same thing as well. But tomorrow, again, a beautiful day tomorrow. Enjoy that 76 with light winds. Here's a look at your hour by hour on Tuesday. Yeah, people just want to be mad at somebody. I see your comment, Kristen. I mean, the way social media works these days, it's everybody jumps on someone at some point in time, and you know, I'm not going to go down this rabbit hole too much more because that was the thing I was trying to do yesterday was describe this, and it just didn't go anywhere. So I just deleted my post. But here's a look at 10 o'clock tomorrow night. Showers, some thunderstorms coming in, but this is 6 in the morning Wednesday. The rain becomes fairly widespread. I think it's going to be an issue and have an impact on the morning commute out there. As it goes through, I think by noon we're going to see pretty good improvement out there in the overall weather. But we could have some lingering areas of drizzle. And then the rain on the roof forecast, we've got higher rain chances again Wednesday. Most of that's Wednesday morning. And then Thursday, Friday, equal chances, mainly during the afternoon for scattered showers and thunderstorms. Blackout curtains. I've got those on my bedroom window, but again, my wife's getting up. She's doing some, she's retired, but she's doing some some teaching now over there at Decatur again. She's doing a maternity leave, so she's been getting up early. Oh, thanks, Donna. Here's that 10-day forecast. 76 tomorrow, again, the nicest day of the week. 69 Wednesday, 77 Thursday, and Friday, and Saturday. Saturday, Sunday, again, look better. Hopefully it'll stay that way. Overnight lows back in the mid-50s. So this overall weather pattern is lower humidity. It's comfortable because once this breaks, it's going to get hot again. So summer weather lovers, you're going to have your time. If you like good spring weather, well, this week is for you. Appreciate you guys tuning in again tonight. I'll have the latest on this coming up. We'll talk a little bit more about Thursday as well. We'll bring that up tomorrow. Again, yep. So again, we will watch that and we'll continue to keep you up to date.